Hello, welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft. This is the 9th. I think it's the 9th of July. Anyway, here's my potatoes. They're doing fantastic. Of course they are. I'm becoming a pretty decent potato farmer. Not that I'm producing a lot of potatoes, but at least they're growing. The corn, it's growing, but again, like I said before, it's not going to produce any real popcorn. You need corn to, it basically breeds within itself, and if you don't have enough of corn to pollinate themselves, it won't pollinate, and it didn't. Here's my cantaloupe. That is doing fantastic. Oh, look how beautiful that is. That is just great. Here's my garlic. There's a little piece right there. Anyway, and then that, the onion obviously is not gonna do anything. I don't, yeah, that's not doing nothing. So anyway, that's gonna get tossed out. Let's go ahead and put the dirt in here. There we go, put a layer of that dirt over there. And there we go. So it's a quick little update of my garden. Not that that's what this video is, but the garlics may be doing okay, I don't know. The cantaloupe is actually growing quite well. The corn is growing, but there will be no popcorn. And of course the potatoes are growing. This is what I got for today. I don't know, it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And so I've decided that I'm going to fix these steaks. I've come to two possible realistic conclusions about that, and I'm assuming you guys have already watched the videos of me making these steaks and then setting them out overnight and finding them destroyed when I got back. Now, angry, yes, I was very. Now, I don't know what your interpretation is of the law, and quite frankly, I don't care. But in Indiana, I'm allowed to have 3 fishing poles with at least 3 hooks on each pole. This is a pole to me. This is a fishing pole. It's a stick with a line attached to it. It's a pole. Anyway, I really don't care what the law says. I really don't care how it's interpreted by anybody, including the DNR. I do not believe I was doing anything illegal when I put these out. And as I said, there's 2 possibilities of what happened. And the 2 possibilities is, one, somebody came along and found them and was fishing there, and they threw their line in, they reeled it in, and they got snagged on my line, and it pissed them off. They drug them out, cut them off, and threw them on the bank, and they just left. Or stayed there and fished and took my fish, because I'm missing 3 hooks, which I'm assuming probably had a pretty decent catfish or something attached to it, and whoever it was that found it stole it. And that's that. The second possibility is that some cocky POS DNR guy who has an over bloated sense of authority came by, saw it, and decided he didn't like it there, and he's the one that cut it. Either way, somebody that was a prick cut my stuff. It's just how I see it. I'm not angry about it anymore. I was very angry when it first happened, when I first found it. but I'm not angry about it now. Don't really care at this point. But if you live by the do unto others attitude, and you're watching this video, I'd probably advise you not to confront me about it, because do unto others, you want to jack my shit up. So anyway, and I'm not angry about it at this point. I'm a little perturbed maybe, but I truly have gotten over it. I just wanted to express that. But I'm going to go ahead and redo these. I do have the 3 hooks and the 1 sinker from one of them, which is why leads me to believing that there was fish on the other one, because the hooks are gone. So I'm more leaning towards somebody found it, and I actually had some fish on it, and they just took them. So if you're that person, fuck you. But I'm going to redo those, and I had this net pole here, landing net pole, and it wasn't attached. There was no net attached to it. So I got some zip ties out and some cordage, and decided I was going to take a jacked up net a fishing net that I had, and make a landing net out of it. Now, it's not exactly 100%, whatever. There was a natural hole here, because the fish were supposed to swim through it. So I went ahead and knotted that off and tied it off. Then the back of this was opened up, so I went ahead and tied that all up. So that's going to create a nice little, at least a decent net for me to maybe scoop in and get some fish or whatever when I catch one. Also want to get some snails. I used to call them apple snails. I don't know if that's the official name for them at this point. I do know they're also called trapdoor snails and Chinese mystery snails. But anyway, those are invasive and they're not supposed to be here, so I don't see any problems with if I find some of those, just dipping in there and getting a few, because I want a few of the shells. Now I have seen people eat them. They are edible. I've been wanting to try to eat some of those just to see what they taste like. I'm a little hesitant, because I did watch a video on snails, and supposedly snails are like the second cause of death in human beings due to parasitic nastiness. People eat them and then they get parasitic worms and shit in their bodies. Now, again, that's mostly third world countries who don't have proper medical staff, and they don't really cook their foods in the same way we do, and they tend to eat the whole snail, including the nasty intestines and everything else. So I have seen people here in the United States get some of these trapdoor snails and prepare them and decently and eat them, and they say they're pretty good. So I don't know, I'm considering trying that, but I'm just a little sketchy about it. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to redo these lines. I'll have these 2 poles with me. I do plan on going out today and doing some fishing. I'm going to sit there with them though this time. The last time I took off for the night, and then that's when they got jacked up. So I'm not leaving them out of my sight this time. So I'm just going to go ahead and put them back together. You don't need to sit and watch me do it again, but I'm going to put a sinker on it. This time, last time I attached, good Lord, last time I attached these hooks straight to the line, but I think I'm going to put some barrel swivels on this time, just for shits and giggles. So anyway, I'm going to get that done, and then I'll get right back with you. And there we go. We got the first one done. Got it. I did it a little bit different this time, and I'll go ahead and show you the difference this time compared to the last time. So let's get this set up, and I'll show you. All right, we'll try this. Can't guarantee that it's gonna turn out okay, just because of the way the angle, the way the camera is angled and everything. But anyway, I have my pole and I have my line. We're gonna put the swivel. I'm sorry. First thing we're gonna put is one of these egg sinkers on the line, and then I'm gonna put a barrel swivel. Tie that on there with my favorite fishing knot. And that's going to be that. Now, I'm going to take 3 pieces of fishing line, and I'm going to make them about 15 inches in length. I'm going to get me 3 of those. And they don't have to be anywhere near perfect, but bingo bango. Alright, now each one of these lines is going to get a small clip swivel. Just like that. And then on the clip swivel, I'm going to put one of these number 1 worm hooks. Whoop, there we go. Just like such. There we go. Alright, now once I get this done, I'm going to take the other end of the line, and I'm going to attach it to the barrel swivel. Just like that. And I'm going to do that 2 more times, and I'll get back with you. So now I've got the barrel swivel on here with the 3 lines and the 3 hooks. So now all we got to do is just roll this up just like this. We put these 3 hooks in this backy, because I have a tendency to try to keep them as safe as possible from poking me. And they're in there. We're just going to set this here on my lap. I'll take this rubber band, this balloon, go over top it, and there we go. So now I have them reset, I have them redone, I'm good to go. I have my net now. I put all my stuff away, and I think we should go out and throw it in the water and see what we can do. I think we need to do a little fishing today.